Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Forces. Last time I had a few things that were actually good to say about this game. So, that's something that you're not going to see in this episode because we have a lot of crap coming up. But first, the Wispawn. I've already talked about how there are different Wispawns. We have unlocked the Lightning and Cube Wispawn at this point. But we can also unlock the same type of Wispawn multiple times over, just with different attributes. Because, yeah, Wispawns can have no attributes, or they can have little hidden attributes, like one of them gives you a shield. And really, they're pretty inconsequential. You can kind of just choose whatever has more attributes, and you'll be fine. So, hey, that's just there. It's a kind of a neat little addition, but it's not super important. I'm changing up my avatar look as well. I really need to do something that incorporates the do-rag eventually. Like, look at all this stuff we have. There's so much just everyday stuff. We have this beanie, we have the do-rag. Football helmet's not every day. But, you know, I'm gonna throw it in there for the heck of it. There's so much stuff here. You can make your avatar look like anything, and I love it. We're gonna have even more by the end. Keep in mind, this is only episode 3, and it's so easy to gain so many more of these, especially later on in the game. And if you for some reason want to go back to this game, ugh. First of all, ugh. Second of all, you can do these daily missions and you can, you know, keep going until you unlock everything. And there's just so much. One thing I kind of wish they did is I kind of wish they kept, you know, color variants under the same image, so it didn't kind of clutter up the fitting room with a bunch of different things that had different colors. I just kind of wish that they had variants kind of mixed into one, kind of like Echo Fighters and Smash Bros. But hey, you know, you can't win them all. There's still so many things to choose from, and it's kind of fun going through. So, can't be too mad.
I failed Sonic. Well, I mean this world Sonic, and Eggman's monster got him. But you're here now. It's like the world needs a Sonic, any Sonic, to keep things in balance. If we defeat Eggman, this war will be over. If we can figure out the secret to his power, maybe we can get you home. Hey, the sensor is picking up Eggman. Let's hurry.
I love the idea that Eggman can be, like, picked up on a sensor. He's, like, radioactive or something, some, like, freak of nature. But anyway, we're back in Green Hill, and it's classic Sonic. None of his stages are very fun. And this is kind of where we start seeing a lot of the real issues with classic Sonic. Because, like, to be fair, the only level we've seen him in before wasn't... It didn't look terrible from the outside, because it looked like there were ample alternate pathways, even though none of them were particularly interesting. But, you know, it looked like there was some semblance of classic Sonic left in it. Now we just have this, which Green Hill Zone, to my knowledge, at a maximum, has, like, 2 alternating pathways, or at once. So, like, 2 different pathways you can choose from at once. And it's right here. You can either go down, or you can stay on the high pathway, and, like, that's it. Maybe 3 at max, but either way, it's not a particularly good amount, and, like, it's just so... This is, like, a classic Sonic game designed as a boost formula 3D Sonic game, but worse. And that just doesn't function well. I would argue that Sonic 4 has better stages. And, like, I've gone on record before saying that Sonic 4 isn't, like, garbage. But that's not good either. And, like, there's just nothing nice to say about any of these. We've gotten past the 2 most bearable classic Sonic stages. There's a third one that I'd throw in the bearable category, but good lord, it fits in there barely. Every other classic Sonic stage past this is just... We'll get to that this episode.
And with that, the disposal of the Phantom Ruby prototypes is complete.
It was a defective model. It could only record the DNA of the one that triggered it.
Only a being with my strength of will could ever activate it.
It doesn't matter now with the lab locked down in Mystic Jungle. Which reminds me, Didn't you run into Sonic there after he escaped?
Yes, but he was powerless against me. There is no need for concern.
You let the hedgehog live? That is a great source of concern!
For you, perhaps. He has beaten you for decades, yet I defeated him in our first encounter.
Phantom Ruby prototypes? And Sonic is alive?
What is it?
Nothing. We move forward with the plan.
Of course! When it's complete, the resistance will be erased. The world will be nothing but ashes, from which a glorious Eggman Empire will rise.
And the resistance will yield to the Phantom Ruby's power. All will submit.
What? You? I don't have time for this.
Tell me why classic Sonic is like 10 times smarter than modern Sonic. He knew when to wait and listen, and then when to attack Eggman after all of his reinforcements were gone. Cut back to Sonic Lost World, when, you know, a majority of the pain in that story was caused by modern Sonic being a literal brainlet. Kinda crazy, but anyway, welcome to this boss fight. Super easy. Nah, it was actually a joke. They used the fact that they've stolen so much from past games to actually make fun of you. And be like, ha ha ha, no. Joke's on you. It's a different stolen boss instead of the one you thought it was. So, we're actually fighting the Egg Dragoon. We're not fighting just the Eggmobile with the ball and chain. This isn't much harder, to be honest, though. The Egg Dragoon is super, super easy to deal with. The main attack he does is fling things up into the air. As long as you are jumping when these things come by, you will be fine. Even the rubble that you can't fling back at Eggman can be destroyed by your jump. So it's really not a problem at all. Just keep on jumping. And that includes the rest of his attacks as well, because as long as you're jumping, a lot of his gunfire attacks won't be able to hit you. The only one that's really kind of, you know, something to be concerned about is him shooting his big drill at you. That's it. The rest of this is a piece of cake. The rest of it is something you just have to jump for. And honestly, I don't mind that too much. We're kind of gonna get to a point where I have more problems with it because we get farther and farther the game and the bosses don't ever particularly pick up. But for now, it's fine. It's fine. Egg Dragoon is fine. I'm surprised they bring back the Egg Dragoon the most out of anything. But hey, Sonic Unleashed representation is a lot more fresh air than just Green Hill again. Though I suppose the Unleashed representation happened in Green Hill, so does that really count?
Look at you, fighting like you've got a chance to win. It's adorable. Almost makes me feel bad that we're never going to do this little dance again. In just 3 short days, my plan will eliminate the bothersome lot of you.
Wait, 3 days? And what plan?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. You know what they say, the anticipation of the end is worse than the end itself. Maybe not in this case, though.
Eggman's army has broken through! They're in the city! We need to get these people out of here!
Who can we send? Sonic and Silver need time to heal.
We've engaged enemy forces at Seaside Hill. We can't spare anyone.
This is the 8th unit. We're pinned down under heavy enemy fire.
Man, looks like I've got no choice. Okay, Rookie, I've got a tough one for you. I need you to head back to the city and save those civilians.
We are going back to City. Still can't get over the fact that it's just called City. But whatever. If you remember correctly, we do actually have a new Wispawn equipped, meaning that not only do we have a new style to rock around with, but we also have new abilities, both Wisp abilities and just normal attacking abilities. The Lightning Wisp does a big fat whip type thing. It just does this whole big slash in front of you, and while it does stop all of your momentum after you're finished doing your attack, it does shoot you forward a little bit. So you can do some fun things where you jump, and maybe, I guess, if you're a little bit, if your jump's a bit short, is what I'm trying to say, then you can use your Lightning Wisp on, and you can get that little extra distance. Super situational for platforming, obviously, but, you know, it's cool. You can do different things with it. More importantly, though, we have the Lightspeed Dash. They find a way to shove this into every single Sonic game. So here it is. Now it's in the form of a Wisp on ability. I know a lot of people kind of are not fond of the fact that they take away Sonic's just inherent abilities and then make them power-ups, because it feels like Sonic has been downgraded from his last adventure, and I get it, but I really don't care all that much. I think it gets a bit annoying in this game because pretty much the Lightning Wisp on is the only one you should have equipped if you want to get S ranks, because most stages require the Lightning Wisp on and Lightspeed dashing to get to the end of to the goal as fast as humanly possible. But really, the general concept is not something I have a problem with. It's just its execution here specifically. So, you know, whatever. I really like the Lightning Wisp on's attack. There's quite a few attacks I'm not particularly fond of because they just don't give you enough damage quickly enough. But I feel like the just neutral attack has such a wide range, and it's fast enough to the point where it doesn't really feel like you've slowed down significantly when you used it. So I'm not too mad about it. I also think the fact that you do have the Lightspeed dash kind of makes up for it. Like, look at that. You could not have killed all of those enemies if you were just using the Burst Wisp on. It has such a great range, and I like it because of that. There's one Wisp on we'll get into a bit later, which I think is a lot more fun for a bit of a different reason, but you'll see why, and you will see that later.
Well, that was impressive, but we still have a lot to do.
Great job! I knew you could do it if you believed in yourself.
Nice moves. But if you hog all the glory, how am I gonna look good?
I can't believe it! Sonic's alive! I think I used up all my wishes for the rest of my life, but it's worth it! Come on, we have to go find him and tell him about Eggman's plan. Whatever his plan is. Eggman said something about Sonic being in Mystic Jungle.
No, don't take me back. No.
According to what I overheard,
This stage is terrible. Let's get it out there right now. I hate this stage with every fiber of my being. It is the worst thing this side of the Mississippi. There's something else on the other side of the Mississippi for Classic Sonic that's even worse. We'll get to that. But this incorporates the terrible physics of Classic Sonic. It throws in the casino elements, the pinball elements that other Classic Sonic games have, and it somehow makes them even worse than they were in literally any other game they've been in, which is astounding to me, because I've already said this before, I wasn't a big fan of them in the first place. So to make me hate them more, to make them feel as if I am in less control than I thought the other pinball physics and other Sonic games made me feel.
might be closer to the center.
How? How? Not only that, the actual level is designed like literal trash. I talked about this briefly in Green Hill, but this is even worse. This is so linear, there are even less alternative pathways. This level is incredibly short. This level has no substance. This level was designed by a 2-year-old. I'll throw it out there right now. This level was designed by a 2-year-old and somebody who has no idea what makes Classic Sonic satisfying in any capacity. They designed a level for... This feels like a Lost World level, and I know for a fact that I believe it was the Lost World and Sonic Colors level designers that had a role in this, and you can tell. Because again, this feels like a Lost World level with some Colors elements here and there. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This stage is the worst. It was over quickly, but it is the worst feeling imaginable playing this. I know it seems like I'm overreacting here, but you genuinely need to play this game to understand how god-awful these controls are.
The system is picking up a couple of strange readings. They're coming from the laboratory, the one where Sonic fought Infinite.
It's probably another of Eggman's robots.
Life readings, 2 of them. Definitely not robots.
Hey, Rookie, go to the lab and check it out.
Out of the trash can and into the dumpster. Yeah, Aqua Road is not much better. This is why I said that I like Mystic Jungle as an area visually, but not actually. Yeah, because this level is entirely luck-based. Let me get it out there right now. What we're on right now is the Aqua Road. It is this kind of weird water slide that feels really weird to control. And I genuinely don't think it's a problem until later in the level, because right now you definitely have enough time and enough space to alter your movement even after you get hit by these motobugs, which are kind of cutely sliding on their heads and spinning around. I think that's actually a really nice detail. And you definitely have enough time to correct your movement. This is not the problem. It is what is coming up right now. Take the right path and just put your controller down, because that is the only way you're getting through this section. There's so many curves, there's such a small amount of space for you to navigate. It's just, you genuinely just have to put your controller down, and then you'll get through it just fine. Because if you do any amount of moving, the motobugs will kill you. But as long as your controller is on the ground, ain't touching the analog stick at all, not trying to jump, you'll get through just fine. I don't get it. I don't understand. I just don't know. I don't know. I made this level seem really short, but I actually died a lot on it because I was trying to play the game. So.
Have we met before? Sonic!
Tails!
I was so worried. I thought you were...
You worry too much. Look, I'm perfectly fine. It's been generations since I seen you. You okay?
Good news is you're safe. The bad news is Eggman said he had some plan that will destroy us all in 3 days.
3 days, huh? Well, a lot can happen in that time.
Now that the gang is all back together and we have an end game in mind, we will start using that 3-day time limit to make sure that the end of the world doesn't happen. But that's for next time. Until then.